What's going on, everyone? Joelomaniac here. I'm making a video rather early today. I've been up since like 1:30 in the morning. Wife got the flu yesterday and she woke me up this morning to be sick. But nope, so I figure since I'm up, I'm one of those people where if you wake up and I can't fall back asleep because I moved, so I figured I'd watch some videos. And today I'm going to be reacting to when woke liberals realize that Donald Trump won the election #1. The reason I'm going to watch this is because I saw somebody else react to apparently #3, because that's what showed up in my feed this morning on YouTube. So I figured we'd have a little fun and watch it together.
I'm sorry. No! Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
This is my thing, and I posted a little TikTok of this. Like, I hope everybody out there, if you ever see this video or whatever, if you're one of those people who are doing these videos, if you're out there posting this kind of content, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, you are aware that you're proving to the American people that Donald Trump was the right choice, right? Like, let's be 100% honest and real here, that Kamala Harris represented you, and supposedly for being the group of people who are about love, equality, acceptance, freedom of choice, you really hate the fact that somebody chose something other than what you like. And that's just what's getting me, and that's why I'm laughing at this, like, freaking hilarious.
I just don't understand why we can't have a female president. Like, why not? Like, how much more qualified and intelligent and, like, perfect for the position do we have to be?
Okay. Interesting how you're stating that she's qualified and we can't have a female president. I would, and I made this clear in another video, I would happily vote for a female president if they were qualified. To this day, nobody, and I repeat this, and if you can answer this, please do in the comments, nobody can tell me what Kamala Harris has achieved, what she's done, or any of her accomplishments at all. I mean, in the last 4 years of being vice president, what has she done? What accomplishments has she done? Everybody keeps talking about abortion rights and everything. As I recall, in 22, Roe v. Wade was overturned. And they keep saying they're going to bring it back, but it's been 2 years. So she's lying to you. If you can answer that question, please do, because nobody else can.
Like, why?
I can't believe Trump's actually gonna win this fucking thing. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off. Fuck! God damn it!
The President of the United States.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.
That's basically my reaction.
For the astrology girlies, I just want to know, I have been studying Kamala's charts, and it looks like she is not only going to win, but she is going to be winning a second term. The next 8 years in her chart look really, really strong. Trump's, not so much.
Okay, so I was wrong.
I've been studying the charts, and the stars have told me Kamala has won, and she's getting 4 more years. What stars were you looking at?
A lot of astrologers were wrong. A lot of us were wrong.
Do you want to? All right. Like, if you firmly believe the stars can tell you what's out there, what the things are going to be, you know, I'm not going to diss your beliefs or anything like that. But do you want to know why astrology? Not what are they called? And I know they used to be in like newspapers, like your sign reading for the day or whatever. Do you want to know why those are stupidly vague? Because it's a guess. Like, mine could say that I'm going to be incredibly lucky one day and I could see new careers, opportunities happening. That doesn't mean I should go quit my freaking job because I'm going to get a job working at Google now. If you follow the astrology thing, again, I'm not trying to diss your beliefs or anything like that, but like, if you read the stars, if you believe the cards, if you throw the chicken bones on the table and they come up 12, understand that it's all a guess. It's an educated guess. Like, you could look at the stars, but you realize those stars haven't changed in decades, right? So keep that in mind.
But if you think that right now is the time to tell me that you don't believe in astrology, who gives a about astrology right now, dude? Who literally cares about that? That is like the least of our worries.
Oh, yeah.
This is my career. I have built a life off of reading the stars for people and getting it right. But if you're gonna come into my comments and complain that, well, I'm no longer gonna believe in astrology after.
Okay. Answer this for me, comments. I don't know. Is that really a thing you could have a career in, reading the stars? Because I feel like that's like being a meteorologist, but the best way you could be a meteorologist is by looking out the window. Is it gonna rain today? Yeah, it looks like it. Sorry. I don't know if that's what's your career? Like, I could get it if you're a astrophysicist, or if you're a I forget what it's like, not quantum physics, but like there's a whole thing where you predict like the aging of suns and stuff like that, and planets and what have you, or how old the universe is. Is there really like an astrology career? Unless she's like the person writing the column in the newspaper saying, you will be lucky today if you're a this. It's like a I'm going to go with that. Her career is the equivalent to being a meteorologist, but your best tool is to look out a window.
After this, who gives a for real? Let's be for real right now. That is the last of our worries. My mom can't lose her Social Security. We can't lose our Medicaid, our Medicare.
Okay, I really hate hearing this. So we had Trump for 4 years. Magical, think more than 10 minutes ago. 2016 to 2020, did Medicare disappear? Did women's rights disappear? Did the economy crash? Did it reach 40-year record highs between that time frame? Because as I recall, the economy crashed in 21 with 40-year record highs of inflation. Nobody lost rights. Nobody's Medicare got shut off. No, and wait a minute, you're on Medicare, Medicaid, but you have a career in astrology? Stuff ain't adding up.
There are real things happening in the world right now, and
Nice
I know
tattoo.
that like you guys think this is some big gotcha,
Because we couldn't tell already, you're a female. Nice tattoo.
but I don't give a if you think astrology is not real right now, because there's real life happening in this country.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think there's a universe where Donald J. Trump wins all 3 of the blue wall states.
And I just want you all to know it's not cut off in any particular way. It's actually, that's how I can see it on my monitor. I just wanted it cut off from the bottom because there's a little thing down here, and I want you to know I'm not lying to you, but just Donald, and at the top, it literally cuts off there. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to hide something from you. That's literally just how it's cut off. So.
Won him in 2016.
We're not in 2016.
No,
we have seen his reaction to COVID. We've seen January 6th insurrection. We've seen 2 impeachments. We've seen 34 felony convictions.
Okay, couple things. Throwing this out there. Live fact check, if you want to call it that. 2 impeachments, never got kicked out of office. COVID-19 was caused by China, the Wuhan lab. That has been proven factual, and that was proven during the Biden administration. Nobody, and you can try to fact check me. You can actually look up the list of charges and the people that were charged. Not one single person was charged with an insurrection from anybody involved with or at January 6th, to include Donald Trump, Proud Boys, and all the other people. Even the Antifa people proven to be there were not charged with an insurrection. You can try to fact check me on that. I wish you luck.
We've seen 2 impeachments. We've seen 34 felony convictions.
So the 34 felony convictions, he was convicted of the 34 felonies. However, in the state of New York, if you do not have a sentencing, the trial is not complete. And as it currently sits right now, the Department of Justice cannot process a sitting president of the United States. And supposedly that case has been pushed back to January. So unless New York decides to do something illegal, we'll see what happens.
This is not 2016.
If it was that close, you guys should be putting this thing away if that was the case.
Hey girlies, so just so you know, IUDs will last throughout the entirety of his presidency. So if you want to have somewhat of a choice over your body, you should probably go get one.
That is true. There are IUDs out there that do last 4 years. However, you do have a choice. Again, what rights did women lose what rights would women lose? For all the people out there, if you're on the left and you agreed with this rhetoric, what rights were you going to lose? Answer me, please.
Look, I wasn't going to sleep, but do y'all see this? Do you see it? Let me move in close. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? What is going on, Trump 2024? I wasn't going to sleep until I see it, and look what I see. Look what I see.
And her number never went past 226, by the way. It was like 312 to 226.
It is over.
She got a beautiful voice. She got a beautiful voice.
Trump 24.
Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion.
I swear I just cannot stand her. She is a professional victim. Perfect time to freeze it. She is just a professional victim. I cannot stand her. Everything she says. If you do not agree with her, or if she's attacking someone, you are a sexist, you are a racist, you are a misogynist, you're a transphobe. It's literally the victim words to throw at everything if you don't agree with her. She's literally made a career out of playing a victim. So much so, I'm pretty sure her hairline has receded further than KSI's.
Or 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not.
She's, hear me out. And this is just going to keep pissing me off. For somebody who's saying you're losing rights, women, you're losing rights of minorities, you're losing rights. She's speaking very confidently for somebody who's lost rights. Because, hear me out, I mean, there's only one side that has thrown people in prison for their political views, and that ain't the right.
Enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more, party line or more on race than on gender on protecting their gender,
vote Democrat, because if you don't care about my race, my gender, or your race, your gender. I'm going to guilt trip you to vote. This is why the left lost, because their entire campaign was based on vote for us, vote for me, because I say so, or you hate me and you are an XYZ. You can't guilt trip people into vote. The votes are anonymous. This is the one opportunity the people have to vote and to voice their opinion without being targeted. They did, and they're tired of being targeted for having a voice, just like you have a voice, but you're not allowed to be targeted for having it.
There's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
Guilt trip you.
The thing to me is that if this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like, we're scared for our lives. We're scared for our friends. Like, you have pro-life women dying because their doctors are scared to treat them because of the repercussions of his last presidency.
What repercussions?
How did we get here? How did we get here?
You got here by telling people how they should vote and trying to guilt trip them like you're doing now. And what doctors were afraid. There's only one set of doctors, in my opinion, who probably should be afraid. And those are the ones who are performing gender reassignment surgeries on minors, on children, because you are causing irreversible harm to a child's body when children don't even have the ability to make the decisions like vote, like smoke, drink, or to serve in the military. I think those are the only people who really have something to worry about. Everybody else, you have nothing to worry about.
To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in this country, it's so terrifying.
Which is funny, because the only people who are being ignorant and hateful are the left. Yes, you can see.
It's so terrifying. How could you do this? How can you claim to be a Christian or anyone of moral values and support someone when every word out of his mouth is hate, when he wants to pardon people who took over the Capitol? You do not do this to people that you love and care about. If you have a woman in your life, if you
Proven point. 2019, AOC led a mob of thousands of climate protesters to storm the Capitol and go to Pelosi's office, where they did a sit-in and chanted and demanded that she listen to their things. Where's her insurrection charge?
you have an LGBTQ person in your life, if you have anyone in your life who's not white, how did we get here? Someone tell me, please. Someone really tell me, please.
You're an idiot.
Because the only way I see it is that, like, either he cheated and that was his secret, or this country is built on so much hate.
Hey, here's my thing, is they kept asking Trump and Kamala, hey, if this person won the election, will you accept the results? And Kamala, I will give her credit. She did. She accepted the results. But I guess they should have been asking that question to the American people, because they will never accept these results.
And we might never get out of this. If you voted for him,
I did.
You are dead to me. Go ahead and block me. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really don't.
You're giving me good content.
Donald Trump, I've known a long time.
My Lord.
He will self-destruct. The problem that I see is not Trump.
The good Reverend has spoken, but can't form a sentence.
The problem is that those that can be appealed to in this way, and how we've got to bring this country together, and we cannot do it by being like January 6th ourselves. There would not be a January 6th on our side. We will deal with this in a dignified way and try to put the pieces together. So we've lost, but we lost a battle. The war is not over.
Well, Rev, let's...
Oh, man. That sounds like a call to violence, don't it? I will say, though, some Democrats have come out. There was apparently, I don't remember his name, he tried running in the primary, but the Democrat Party shot him down. Kind of like what happened to RFK Jr., but he said, screw you guys, I'm running independent because you will vote and you will like our candidate, which was Joe Biden, and look how that flopped out. And I saw a video of Gavin Newsom that he actually stated that he will do everything he can to support Donald Trump and help make sure that he has a successful campaign. So for all you people in California crying that Donald Trump won't do nothing to you, you don't own California, you don't run California, you don't govern California. So you need most of your money to come from the federal government to keep California running. Yeah. Enjoy.
Let's talk about, you talked about gender and race. Let's talk about race. Donald Trump fared very well with Hispanic voters, especially Hispanic men. The numbers are coming in still a little early, but I think he did better with black men than was expected in the past. What do you think pushed that, especially with the Hispanic voters going for Donald Trump as much as they did, because that made a big difference?
I think that a lot of it was he was able to sell a lot of Hispanic voters that immigration was a threat to them.
It was.
That some of the people coming across the border was a threat to them. I think that we've got to be honest, among Hispanic men and black men, there's a lot of misogyny. And I think that we've got to deal with the
misogyny. I think that was the term I heard. Only thing I could think of was that old, like, 1930s video game where you're like a detective. I forget what it was called. You want to know why Latino voters turned out in droves for Trump? Because they came here legally, because they're working jobs, because they don't like seeing people come here illegally. They say estimated over 20 million, and getting all the help, all the aid, free jobs, free money, free clothes, free cars, free housing, when they came here legally and they have to work for it, because it makes them look bad and it pisses them off, because those people who are here legally, those people who have visas, who have green cards, who have student visas, I think there's like a work visa, student visa, there could be more. That's why I said visas in general. Those who are here, you know, who actually immigrate, work to be here. And for you to just be like, yeah, come in. Do you have any idea how much the immigration process takes in time and money? And to just be like, oh yeah, no, we don't care anymore. Come here. We'll pay you. Piss them off. That's why they turned out for Trump.
the reality that he appealed to this whole false macho thing that some black men and some macho, Latino men went for.
Probably. Guys, they just called it. They just called it for Pennsylvania, Charlie. It has been called.
Just called.
Just reporting it. Let's go, baby.
Charlie,
what
Trump
is the
number?
In the White House.
What is the number? Is that it?
Happened. Remember where you were when you realized that the Uniparty and all of these, just the establishment.
Just like everyone started dancing. Just in case we won Pennsylvania, I said I wouldn't even talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Tasty Cake.
But she's underperforming President Biden.
He just won Pennsylvania.
Close in stuff, but
who said
showing 90%? America, a little bit better in some key.
He won Pennsylvania. He won.
He won.
I told you.
In the red
So you're the
in 2016 and 2020.
Had to do a cut there. Commercials.
He going
ads.
crazy, crashing out. Who reporting it, bro? Hold on, calm down. Who reporting it? I don't see it nowhere.
He
won.
He may get there, and any
idea? It's over. I don't see it,
bro.
Go to decision desk. He won. Yeah, it's just decision desk,
bro.
It's official. It's done. He won.
They've been watching these.
He won
all night as John King has been going back and forth on the magic wall, but they themselves obviously were waiting to see were there
that
any
sigh of relief. We all had it. We all take a big exhale when we saw those results. I know I did.
And if they just say Trump bad, Democrats virtuous, they're going to keep losing because this, again, is so widespread. This is not about just Donald Trump. Yep. This is about the Democratic Party and being radically disconnected from the rest of the country. Look at the map.
And lastly, because I can't believe I didn't hit this community yet, because I'm a part of it, to the women community, to the girlies who actually voted for Trump, to the girlies who are, pro-Trump.
Go
girls.
Fuck
yourself, bitch. Literally, go
she's
fuck
so
yourself,
mad.
bitch. I hope you find yourself in a situation where you can't get out of it anymore because you voted for a man that wouldn't even shake hands with a woman.
See, that's my thing. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, my community, this community of women. You don't agree with me, I hate you. This is why the people hate the left so damn much. It's like it's not because of we don't agree and we vote differently. It's because if you don't, it's complete socialism and fascism. Because if you don't agree with me, it doesn't matter what the topic is. You don't agree with me, I hate you. That is the left mindset. That is how they think. And the fact that they tried to guilt trip you didn't work. Now they're going to get mad at you.
And that's all I have to say to you.
So the news came out that Donald Trump won the presidency again.
crazy place.
All you motherfucking coons that voted for him, y'all niggas make me sick. Y'all
That's
doing
racist.
it for the stimulus. Y'all ain't do nothing good with this first stimulus, so that's really the only reason y'all signed up for it. That's the only.
Yeah. He knows what you should vote for. Yeah. Because for a living, he sits there in sweatpants and a sweatshirt with a backwards cap and he tells you what to think. Oh, wait. That's what the left does.
Thing. It's nothing else. It is what it is. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to get back to hustling. I'm going to get back to making moves, busting jugs, whatever. I'm getting
good for you.
Right to it like nothing happened.
I'm terrified.
Really?
I was in the army. I know what kind of power a president holds. I know how it affects.
Oh, yeah. I was in the army. Yep. I guarantee you she was in the army. I mean, looking at her, she definitely was. I was in the army. You want to know why I support Trump? Because during my time in the army, when Trump was president, I saw 3 or 4 pay increases, increase in military budget and funding, no active wars, state of peace. And for her, I don't want to assume her military service, and she can think however she wants. I don't know what she saw. I don't know what she did. But during my time when Trump was president, military was doing great. Compared to now, the military, well, over the last 4 years, every year has been budget cuts, can't do this, can't do that, can't send soldiers to schools, can't do these programs, can't have extra money for this. Oh, we need to replace equipment? Yeah, we can't do that. No money. I bet you were in the military. And you know what? You representing them well by having no clue what you're talking about.
Our troops. I know how it affects the families of the troops. We can't talk about politics, in that uniform.
Well,
and that takes.
That's a lie. You can talk about politics in uniform because I talked about politics in uniform. The only thing you can't do is you cannot support a candidate in uniform. You can talk about policies. You can talk about plans. You could talk about what you like or don't like, but you can't advocate for somebody. You can't promote them. You can't share their donation page. You can't go out and put your entire car painted Kamala blue with her face on it. You can't advertise and campaign for them or push their political agendas on other people. You can't do that, but you can talk about politics. Say you can't proves to me she wasn't in long enough to know what you can and can't do.
Away. That's one of the rights that we gave up when we signed the dotted line. It scares me just a little bit just because of the thing.
If you want me to prove to you she's wrong, I want you to look up a YouTube channel by the name of Angry Cops, because he is currently serving in the National Guard while talking about and doing the things he does. And he does it very well, and he does it very professionally, in my opinion. Might people not find him professional, but I love the guy. To prove her wrong, Angry Cops, look his ass up.
Things that I know and the things that I've experienced, I just say that we're just going to have to pray.
You think that's the main thing that takes a hit when somebody like that is in office, or is it more so like the divide amongst the people of people feeling like those old slave owners and those old people that was doing those things, are they back confident again type shit? I ain't never went in no white neighborhood and they was like, yeah, we're back. Like, I never got.
Show me one slave owner, please, that isn't in Africa, because it's still a thing in Africa. Show me one white slave owner that is currently around that you know, you've met, you've seen. I will freaking wait.
Got that vibe. Like, them niggas still kind of hiding they shit, they racist shit.
A lot of people talk about that Project 2025. I don't like the plan. And then they talked about for the police officers.
Oh, it's a fantastic thing that Trump never supported, endorsed, or cared about Project 2025, said it was stupid and said he never read it. She swallowed the blue pill.
The immunity?
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
You don't know about that. That's wild. That thing was like 900 pages. You don't know about that. You don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that's going to pass either, though. That's his.
He just didn't win. He won for fun. He won the electoral. He won the popular vote. He got more votes than last time.
And he won the House.
He was president. Just a total ringing endorsement for the Republicans and Donald Trump, and an indictment against the Democrats. And that's really this rant. A lot of people are asking, like, how did Trump get more votes than he got last time? Well, here's the answer. Because people like myself, independents or moderates, the Democrats gave us no choice. The Democrats gave us no choice. That was the worst campaign.
Facts.
And their pure arrogance and their moral superiority have driven people away. If you say you're voting for Trump, suddenly you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're garbage.
Attacking.
Enough. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's racists in the party, just like there's crazy people and assholes and racists in the Democratic Party, all right?
Yep.
But millions and millions and millions and millions of people vote for Trump. He won clear, he won decisive. So when you call us that, and when you say that, you're calling the majority of the country racist, Hitlers, Nazis. I don't think you get the words of what that means. You are alienating all this middle ground people by acting like you're better than us, smarter than us, and frankly, insulting our intelligence. Trump's the threat to democracy. That was the entire Democratic campaign. It wasn't about policy.
In 2020.
Because everyone knew we want change. We're
And
not happy
24.
with the borders, the Middle East, the economy, inflation. And come on.
See, that was the thing. That was the point. The talking point in 2020 and 2024 is that he's a threat to democracy. And then when they realized that didn't work, when Joe Biden completely failed on the debate stage, they were like, "Oh no, we need to abortion." Yeah, abortion. Yep, something that hardly happens to like what 1%, less than 1%. But hey, abortion.
Kamala consistently said she was no different than Joe Biden, wouldn't do anything different than Joe Biden. Last person
was
in
a
the room.
fail.
Her pitch to the people was Trump is Hitler, Trump is bad, he's a dictator. Again, we're not stupid. The Democrats were the one who were saying Joe Biden was mentally fit for 2 years when he was a vegetable and couldn't even make it off stage from giving a speech. And the Democrats would lie to our face and say the videos were edited, altered. They weren't.
Yep.
Then, after the primary is over, they stage a coup, get rid of Joe, put in Kamala, and suddenly she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Same woman who ran for president got 0 votes. Same woman who can't even answer a question how she's different from Biden. Ran one of the worst campaigns I've ever seen. Just strictly, her entire campaign was fear-mongering. What would Trump as a dictator? It'll be the end of democracy. It's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It's garbage.
Facts.
The people pulling the strings in the Democratic Party,
100%.
get rid of them. They've lost the plot. Tonight is on the Democrats. Congratulations, Donald Trump. I voted for him. And I felt I had no choice but to vote for him for the
Good for you.
campaign that the Democrats ran. And it's not just...
That's it? Okay. Look, I'm just gonna... I want this to be out there to know that all in all, whoever you voted for, you voted. But the overall hate from the left is why people voted Republican. Because as I stated before, all this hate, all this discontent, and now like the left is losing it online. That's just some of the videos. There's other ones out there. I'll leave a link to this one so you can see this one and the other ones as well. But you wonder why people voted for Trump. Because if your only other option was a campaign based on hate, like anybody please change, or if anybody out there, please fact check me on this. At any point, did any of her rallies, campaigns, ads, anything ever talk about anything besides how bad Trump is or how he's a threat? Not only that, Kamala Harris is like $20 million in the red in her campaign because she paid a bunch of money out. I guess like her staff can't get paid now. And a good chunk of that had to go to paying for celebrity endorsements because now that this is all over, they're all trying to save face because they alienated over half of the nation who would be buying their music or going to their concerts, that they're trying to say, oh, no, we did it for money. Yeah, that makes it any better. But all right, let me know what you think in the video. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.